Farmers Policy Perks are that little extra something you can get when you're a Farmers customer. So to tell you about them, we're adding a little extra something to this ad. Another me. And when you have multiple Farmers policies, you could save up to 45% on your auto insurance with the Auto Multi-Policy discount. What's going on with our voice? I thought I'd add some drama. Well, isn't that something? Get a quote at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available with select Farmers branded policies. Subject to terms and conditions. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges, Farmers New World Life Insurance Company or affiliate.
New this week on Curiosity Stream, it's the larger-than-life NFL icon Joe Namath, who took the league by storm.
Broadway Joe. Sports Illustrated had me standing on Broadway in the jet uniform.
In Beyond the Spotlight. And underground tunnels, brilliant disguises, and air balloons? See daring breakouts from behind the Berlin Wall with never-before-seen archival footage in the Great Berlin Escapes. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are just $20. Visit curiositystream.com.
The Philadelphia 76ers are fining Ben Simmons for failing to travel on their 6-game road trip, sources tell me. Simmons believes that the team continues to try to force him back onto the floor despite his mental health concerns and are disregarding his mental health issues. But the team's positioning has been that until there's information otherwise from their mental health specialist or Simmons, that he should be expected to ramp back up for a return to the court.
All right, that was Shams. We were calling him Shams. He says Shams in the thing, Jack. I was listening to it.
Well, it must be a Philly accent.
It must be.
Always blame it on that.
Shams.
Yeah, we Shams, man.
Yeah, so and the Sixers are they're gonna fine him until they don't fine him, and then they're gonna fine him again until he's traded. We're gonna see the same thing happen over and over again. He don't want to play for the team. That's pretty clear. They're gonna say, okay, you have to meet with our people, and then he'll meet with the people with their, but then they don't share the information from his therapist, and it's this cat and mouse game that's gonna continue till you trade him. So they keep finding him. I don't care, but he's not coming back to play. I don't want him to come back to play. Right? I'm ready to move on. If that means you have to wait another month or so to make the trade happen, to get this December 15th thing where you can trade for everybody in the league, fine. I don't care. But Ben Simmons is not coming back to play for the 76ers. That's clear to me. And you've been saying it for weeks, Ike.
Yeah.
So there you go. As far as finding him and things like that, if the doctors are saying there's no reason why he can't travel with the team and participate in team activities, then he should be traveling with the team and participating in team activities. They're not asking him to face the media or to play or anything like that unless there's a real reason why he couldn't do that other than he just doesn't want to. Then they should fine him. I mean, the problem is that everybody can see right through this, what's going on here, right? We can see right through it. The Sixers are just going to fine him because he's not complying. So they're going to fine him until he complies, and then he's going to comply until he doesn't comply again. Then they'll fine him again, and then hopefully he's traded by then. So,
yeah, I know what's clear to me. It hasn't gotten him back on the court. So evidently the fines don't bother him or whatever. That tactic is not working.
And does
it hasn't gotten him back on the court. It hasn't gotten him to comply with what they want him to do. So either he's cool with it or whatever. I don't know. All I know is it hasn't gotten him back on the court with them.
Not only that,
yeah,
it hasn't gotten him any closer to being back on the court.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the motivation behind all of this and what it would do for a fan or what have you. Is he back with the team? Is he practicing? Is he on the court? No. So if you fine him, I guess he's okay with being fined.
Yep.
I mean, it's not making him run back to the basketball court. I know that.
For sure, it's not.
So,
but again, if their goal here is December 15th, get December 15th, get to why are they so why do they keep just send him home?
Yeah,
because they get money back.
Yeah, it seems like it's penny wise and pound foolish to me.
I agree.
It just doesn't make sense. Who gets money back? Daryl Morey doesn't get money back in his pocket. The Sixers get money back.
So is it just
who's getting money back?
Is it just we're not going to let you get what you want, so we're going to play this game with you, and you're going to continue to play this game with us where you're like, okay, I'll come back, but he's not really coming back up, but I can't practice because of the mental stuff. Okay, so now you have to meet with our doctors, right? Like it seems like it's a game between the two, just to try to get to this deadline where they can actually try to trade him.
Yeah, I just don't see how this benefits the Sixers. I don't see how it makes Ben more attractive. I don't see how anybody increases their offer for Ben, which means the Sixers don't get what they're looking for in return for him. He clearly doesn't want to play for the team right now, and if he does come back, it's going to be reluctantly and when he wants to, and who knows what he's going to look like when he does come back and how long he's going to be out there. Like, he may have made up in his mind, I don't care what you do, I'm never playing for the Sixers again. Like, he may have made that up in his mind.
Seems pretty clear that that's
well. I mean, until he comes back, how can you say anything differently? He hasn't shown anything differently.
I mean,
when he was here, he showed that he didn't want to be here. That he didn't want to be a part of the team. So
and nothing's changed.
Yeah, so I don't see where Ben Simmons, and this isn't about defending Ben Simmons. This is just looking at the situation and saying, okay, what's the end game here? Like, he clearly doesn't want to be here.
Yep. So,
like finding him doesn't, like, what does that do? Does that make him want to be here more?
So is this pressure by the NBA to not just allow him to, so it doesn't look like he's...
I think the NBA, how can the NBA say anything when John Wall is not playing and being paid? Does that look any better?
Well, I mean, if John Wall didn't spend the offseason saying, trade me or I'm not showing up, trade me, I'm not showing up. You know what I mean? Like with Ben, it to me, it looks like they're more worried about the optics of if they allow him not to continue to play and then they trade him, he gets what he wants. And that's now all the players have to do is say, yeah, I don't want to play for you. I'm not mentally ready to do it. And then he just sits out.
But what do we get to this point where we're going to make somebody play here and make them work here when they don't want to? That's your fault for not evaluating him from a psychological standpoint and realizing before you gave him max money that he was all in to being here. That's an organizational mistake.
Well, see,
we can't force players. If he doesn't want to be here, then get his ass out of here.
I would say that
I don't understand this.
The Sixers are making a mistake because they continue to make it this messy situation where they're in the headlines because they're finding Ben again. Ben's claiming
they're the only reason it's in the headline.
Yep. Yeah, if you just kind of kept this on the back burner
nobody
and it was like, you
would
know
talk
what,
about it.
Like, okay, you can work out with you can work out on your own with us or whatever. Like, just hang around and meet with our doctors or whatever. The whole time you're trying to make a deal. Because, like what you were saying, this doesn't help his trade value.
I don't see how it does.
It doesn't.
I just don't see how this is beneficial to the Sixers as a team or to the fan base.
No, this hurts his trade
value.
Like,
that's all I'm saying. And it's clear this dude doesn't want to play here. Like, it's clear. So you can't force him to stay here and play. It sucks. Move on. Be thankful that it's not Joel Embiid who's trying to force his way out. It's actually a guy that's overpaid and overrated.
Oh, he's so overrated.
But John, my point is it's the outrage of people who want to keep him here.
Well, they want to keep him here to fine him until they trade him for what they want because they're mad at him.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it does. I just want him out of here. And
I'm saying fining him till they don't even know what they want. They're not getting what they want. People don't know that. People are just mad and they want to exact punishment.
So do a lot of.
So I don't understand. Like, what's the end game to this here?
Jack, do you just want your flesh? Is that what a lot of fans want? They want the flesh of Ben Simmons having to come back because he signed the contract. He's getting paid. So he should have to face the music. He should have to play for the Sixers before they trade him. That's what it seems like to me.
It seems like that's what a lot of people want because no one's going to get what they want in return for Ben Simmons.
Right.
The return's going to be what? A couple firsts protected.
It's a sunken cost at this point.
Well, that's my whole thing where it keeps coming back to. It seems like the Sixers are intent on getting him to play again, and that's the mistake they keep making.
That's the mistake.
Why are they trying to get him to play?
Why would you want him to play right now? The team's over it. The team has moved on.
Also, if he plays, it's going to hurt his value more.
Dude,
yes.
It boils down. The dude doesn't want to play here. As simple as that. As simple as that. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yep.
I don't blame myself. The dude don't want to play here anymore.
Well, and the fans want to keep finding him, so he has to suffer through not being able to play where he wants to play.
Right.
But that doesn't help. That doesn't help.
It doesn't
anyone.
help us. Is the point that I'm making with that. And guess what? He doesn't have. Well, maybe he does have a preference of where he wants to go, but I think right now he just doesn't want to play here.
At this point, he may go.
He'll just take a. Well, I mean, he'll take a trade anyway. He can't veto the trade.
Right.
So he'll take a. He just wants to get traded. So
Right.
who's to say he's getting traded where he wants to get traded? No, he just wants to get traded.
Yeah.
And my thinking behind that is, why would I want a player here who doesn't want to be here?
Yeah, you
Like,
don't.
I would want a guy who wants to represent this city and play hard and bust his ass and enjoy being here. Like, if I'm a fan of a player here, I want that guy to love playing here. Why would I want a guy to play here who doesn't want to play here?
I guess because it seems like to me the Sixers want it on their terms. It's like Daryl Morey can't deal with the fact that this guy's going to get what he wants.
I'm talking about fans, John.
Okay.
Because when fans start to yell enough to just get his ass out of here and don't matter what you take, then maybe they'll move on from him.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll move on from him. When the fans finally say, you know what, man, get him up out of here. He ain't built for this city. You're not winning anything with him. I'm tired of talking about him. I'm tired of hearing about him. Move on from him so we can move on with our basketball team and not worry about Ben Simmons.
And the season.
Because all it says to me is we're begging somebody to stay here who doesn't want to be here.
Well, and honestly, the team's lost, 4 straight? If you make a Ben trade over the summer and you don't bring this trade into the season, maybe they can survive without Joel.
Exactly. Maybe you have 2 other pieces here, 3 other pieces here already. It helps you get through this little stretch right now with Joel.
But more to your point, the people that want him here don't even want him here. The people that are saying, like, fine him unless he plays. Do you really want him playing? Like, nobody even wants him back, really, right? Like, I don't want to see him play again.
I can understand wanting him to play if he wanted to play. There's a difference.
Right.
Because that means you're going to get maximum effort. That means he's all in with being here. Trying to force him to play, especially in a hostile environment, isn't going to make you a better basketball team. Yeah, does it make Ben have to suffer through it? Okay. But again, that's short-sighted thinking in my opinion. That's short-sighted thinking in my opinion.
It's not helping the team, that's for sure.
I just can't get behind somebody not wanting to be here. And my thought process is, I want him here. Like any other sport with any other athlete, if the dude was begging to get out of here, we'd be roasting him and saying, get him up out of here. For some reason with this dude, it's like we don't want to let him go.
No, but it's on our terms. We want him gone. We don't want him here. We just want him gone on our terms.
What happens if he comes back and tries to play? You boo him every single time, and then he becomes more miserable.
Yeah,
it's like,
awesome.
cool, you win,
Well,
great.
dude, you know what's going to happen if he's ever forced back on the court, it won't last longer than a week.
Nope. And he goes through the motions out there.
Or he
and
gets injured.
Yeah, he's not playing it. He's not playing
He
a
gets
game.
injured.
Yes.
He gets injured.
Well, we get 4 more years to
Which is
of this
another
to go.
reason why, if I'm the Sixers, if you forcing him on the court, if he does wind up getting injured, you don't have any way to find him now.
Yep. No, but you're right. That's the next thing is the back stiffens up again. I mean, he's got built-in reasons to not play for you again. Medical reasons, mental reasons.
The dude don't want to play here.
He's not playing for the
whatever
Sixers again.
reason. He doesn't want to play here.
He's not facing the media, and he's not
He'll
getting
face the media.
not here.
He's not going to retire.
No, not here.
He will when he comes back here to play. What is he going to do? Miss this game every time?
No, but I guess
he might.
I guess my point is when all this went south was, remember the day it was like Ben's meeting with the media at 12 o'clock, and we were all waiting around, huddled in the studios here at WIP, ready to record everything. And that's when all this started. He got thrown out of practice, and it's been over since.
Here's the funny thing about that with him. What is it to say now? In all seriousness, there used to be a question of, does he want to be here or does he not want to be here? Are they going to trade him? Does he want to be traded or does he really want to be here? That used to be a question all offseason. All offseason. You didn't know anything. So facing the media, he talked about the Game 7 debacle and all that stuff after the series.
Yep.
He faced the media after the game.
Yep.
So that's not what he's afraid to talk about. So I don't get where we feel like he's afraid to face the media where the questions are going to be so tough. What questions?
Well, I mean, the questions are still there. The questions would still be asked. Do you want to play here? He's getting the same. He's getting the same questions. We know the answers to the questions. Right. But like at this point, it's over. Like it's over. And if you follow the day-to-day stuff, this is going to happen until he's traded. All this stuff here is going to happen until he's traded. All right, 215-592-9494. Yeah, well, I mean, listen, Daryl Morey said 4 more years. Buckle up. Put your seatbelt on, Ike. You're going to do this for 4 more years.
No, because it'll come to a point where I don't want to even talk about it at all, quite frankly.
I'm at that point now.
There's nothing new to talk about.
No.
I mean, there's nothing other than he's getting fined or,
Yeah, I mean, this is the...
When there's some news to report that he's coming back to play or something like that.
There'll be another story.
He rejoined the team or something.
There'll be another story this week about something else with it, maybe from his side or from the Sixers side or whatever. There'll be another story this week. Mm-hmm. He's going to rejoin the team. He's going to, travel or like whatever. There'll be more something this week, but it's not really anything. It's a nothing burger.
I don't think he's rejoining the team. He's not joining the team.
Probably not.
He has no interest. And he has no interest in that.
This was the date that Billy King said he was going to report, so I don't think it's going to happen.
Got no interest in that. And they're still finding him? He has no interest in that.
All right, our Twitter question today brought to you by Mark's Jewelers. Support local business. Shop the home team at Mark's Jewelers for the best selection of diamond engagement rings in the area. Online, marks-jewelers.com. Has Howie Roseman done a good job this season? Jack, has Howie Roseman done a good job this season?
He has put some nice pieces out there, but overall, no.
Okay.
There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of scar tissue with Howie. It
seems
been,
like it.
All right, first off, what was the main take after the Chargers game?
The main take after
why they lose? Because of the defense, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they have no talent on defense because of what? Because of Howie.
He's been drafting offensive players.
They
for
literally
like
have
3
not
years.
drafted a player in the first 2 rounds on defense since Barnett and Sidney Jones.
Right, and that's real and fair, right? But I mean, isn't this year 1 of building? Right, like it is, and the offense has already gotten started early. Now it's the defense's turn, right? Like they don't have a whole lot of players they can draft on offense outside of maybe a starting offensive lineman. Another wide receiver, another tight end. I mean, for the most part, you have your...
Name 3 positions.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, you're not going to use high draft picks on another... Maybe they'll use another high draft pick.
I hope not.
I hope not either. But, like, for the most part, like, you're set on... You're set... Your start is set on offense. Now you got to go heavy defense.
Here's the thing that I would say. I mean, that's what you want him to go. But if there's a receiver sitting there and you got the number 1 receiver in the draft there, and everybody knows he's the consensus number 1 receiver in the draft, you mean to tell me you wouldn't want to put the number 1 receiver in the draft opposite Devontae Smith as opposed to having Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor out there?
Of course I would.
Okay, then, see?
Let's do it.
Exactly.
3 in a row.
Yep.
And what do you think Howie wants to do? Probably draft offensive players.
Probably.
Or they take an offensive lineman.
Probably.
If there's a guy that's there high enough. But, yeah, I mean, in a passing league like today, if there's a clear upgrade rather than saying, well, we drafted Jalen Reagor 2 years ago, we got to give him a shot. Like, no, you know what you're going to get out of that. Here, it looks like that's not going to be a good pick. 215-592-9494. Donald in Chester. Donald, Howie Roseman, are you ready to retire the Fire Howie chant?
Well, no, not right now, but I will say this. Since Jeffrey Lurie wants to throw the ball 40 times a game, I don't see them putting together that type of offense right now. I don't see that because now if they change their mind and say, well, we want to run the football, well, then I give him a high grade. But Howie has not. I mean, for the past couple of years, Howie has not put together that type of offense. I'm pretty sure there's another position, there for him. But as far as drafting, and listen, I give him all the props for putting together that 17 team. True, that was a good, it's a good thing. But there's a lot of other factors of things that we're doing now this season that led to that offense. Being.
No, yeah, Donald, your phone is so bad, man.
What are you doing?
Trying. By the way, the Eagles have missed the playoffs how many years in a row now?
2.
1? It'd be 2 this year. They made it in 19.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So they've missed the playoff one year.
Yeah,
one year in a row. The Phillies have missed the playoffs for a decade. Haven't made the playoffs for a decade.
Bring the Phils into this
because I'm trying to give you some perspective, Jack. They've missed the playoffs, the Eagles, for 1 year. Mm-hmm. Super Bowl, playoff win, playoff loss, which may have been a win if Carson didn't get cheap-shotted, and a dumpster fire last year. This year, 4-6, we'll see what happens, right? Like, they're going to need some help, but they need to go on a run right here. I'm not even going to say it's going to be a playoff team this year. But they've missed the playoffs for 1 year, right? Like, this isn't a dumpster fire. They needed to regroup, retool, and Howie's got to do better in the draft. And Howie's got to do a better job all around. But, like, it's, I think it's time to realize that, like, all right, let's step out of this and let's look at it, from a clear mind and from an outside perspective. It's not as bad as we think it is, and it's not as bad as we thought it is. Right? They have some real building blocks right now on offense, and they need to build the defense. And Howie's got to do a better job drafting. You have these first-round draft picks, but you also have the draft picks because Howie was wheeling and dealing and making some moves. So, like, I think it's time to give him a little bit of credit. Wade and Chester, OG Wade and Chester. Wade.
What's up, my brothers? How we doing today?
What's happening, Wade?
OG.
I wish I could get 2 points in because I do have something on Ben Simmons, but more importantly,
if you're
concise, yes. Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to just kind of blaze in the glory of me saying what Howie was way back when. And I keep telling people, if you really look at at his whole thing, Howie has not done a bad job at all. If you look at all the picks he made, the reason why Howie is being criticized so badly is because he's been in this position for so long. You see what I'm saying? Like, but if you look at the overall, Howie's worst decision was drafting Carson Wentz number 2 overall and giving him that contract because at that time it was the bad time to do it. You see what I'm saying? So now what he's doing is he's happened to pay for that mistake because in the drafts prior to that, he was trying to surround Carson with offensive weapons. We didn't know Deshaun Jackson was going to get hurt then. We didn't know that we didn't know Alshon Jeffries was going to flame out when he flamed out.
did.
Okay, listen, you might have did, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is this here is when you look at his whole body of work, how he's got an O-line that is solid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He may have to go out and put 1 or 2 pieces together now, but he literally doesn't have to do anything with this offense other than a free agent signing of Devontae Adams. You see what I'm saying? Now you go and get your DN, you get your linebacker, you need a safety, you need a corner. This is it's going to be a defensive draft there. So I'm excited about that. We got to understand that you ain't going to be able to fix a team in 1 year.
Right.
Howie and Jeffrey knows that. So they saying, let's get something done and let's hit on something. You see what I'm saying? And I believe they hit on Jordan Mailata. They hit on, even like it or not, 77.
Hell no, OG. They didn't hit on Dillard. No.
But I'm saying here's. Whether we like it or not, the boy he's playing good.
Well, he's not terrible, yeah.
It doesn't look like a total dumpster fire. Yeah.
Get your Ben Simmons point in real quick.
Now listen, on the Ben Simmons thing, no one is looking at it the way that it needs to be looked at. The Sixers already know from a business standpoint, they can chalk Ben Simmons up on their taxes as a loss because that's a product that you're not gaining no interest off of. You're not profiting off of it because you can't sell tickets in his name. You see what I'm saying? Right. So they already know that this is a loss. This is a product that they're losing on. That's going on their quarter taxes, and they'll get that money back. Ben Simmons has – listen, I'm telling you from a business standpoint, I know this.
Okay.
Ben Simmons has ruined any chances of him being traded with this mental thing because who is going to give you a max contract, trade a first-round pick, give you players for a guy that mentally is not stable? Who's going to do that, Ike?
Nobody. I wouldn't. I'm with you. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
Ben Simmons is allegedly a point guard. Every team in the NBA knows Ben Simmons is not a point guard. How are you going to pay him a max contract? You don't have a position for him. He can't shoot, won't shoot, and he got mental problems.
Wait, OG, hold on. So we're stuck? What are you saying here? So what are you saying?
Chuck, only thing you can do is add someone like Maxey with him.
Right, to make him attractive. Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
No, you're right. I said that last week.
So here's the thing. Teams will want him, but they want him for their price.
Right. They're not going to give you anything back.
It's the biggest thing. Like, this whole Daryl Morey stuff about they want difference-making players in return for Ben Simmons. Are we really still doing this?
Riffing, baby.
I know what. He better not add Maxey to that deal.
Would you rather get a lesser package for just Ben, or would you put Maxey in it for
Damian Lillard
for a better package? I mean, Lillard's talking about building the Suns yesterday, so he doesn't sound like he's.
What did he say?
He said he saw the Suns went to the finals last year, and he thinks they can do the same.
A
thing
bunch of good players. You don't need the superstar. Let's stack the roster with all these star players. Look at what the Suns did.
Oh, we're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the damn Wizards are in first place.
Here's what they need to do.
Who saw that coming?
Bradley Beal.
Nobody. Here's what they need to do. And here's what I think makes the most sense. You get a veteran player that can help you now. You're going to need to add salary to make the deal.
He's
to
right,
be able to
dude.
make the deal.
We got to throw Maxey in a deal.
No. No, because, you can take a bad.
All we got to do what Jack said. We got to take a lesser player.
Lesser than Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough to do right now. But, you
take Russell Westbrook?
Here's what you can do. You can take a bad contract in return for getting something that has some value, and then you need draft picks. Right? Like the draft picks that could potentially, if Sacramento's offering some draft picks that could eventually be a lottery ticket.
Are we back to taking Marvin Bagley?
No,
Is that what we're back to doing?
No, not anybody but him. Yeah, if you cut him right away. No, but a draft
pick. Can we
pick.
get D'Angelo Russell?
No.
No, we can't even get him now.
So do they not want D'Angelo Russell, or does Minnesota say no to that trade?
Right, I don't even know. I
don't know either. To Wade's point, who the hell wants to deal with Ben Simmons right now?
Nobody. Yeah, nobody.
215-592-9494.
Thanks, Ben Simmons.
Thanks, Ben Simmons. All right, more on Howie. Are you ready to retire the term Fire Howie Roseman? But also, Nick Sirianni was asked about where...
Farmers Policy Perks are that little extra something you can get when you're a Farmers customer. So to tell you about them, we're adding a little extra something to this ad. A backup singer.
Ooh, singer.
When you have the Farmers Signal app with Crash Assist.
Crash Assist.
If you have an auto accident.
We can send help if you want it.
Wow, that sounds like a whole lot of something. Get a quote at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available. Select Farmers branded policies. Subject to terms and conditions. Underwritten by Farmers Trucker Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Hey, nice party.
Yeah? What's new with you?
Did you know blue whales in Hawaii can be heard off the coast of California?
What?
And time travel to the future may actually be possible.
How is that?
I discovered it on CuriosityStream.
I'm listening.
You can stream thousands of shows on nature, history, science, and so much more.
Cool.
And at $1.67 a month, it's the best deal in streaming.
Now I want to go back in time. Sign up for that deal.
Sign up now at CuriosityStream.com.
CuriosityStream.com.
That's it, CuriosityStream.com.
I'm Shayna. And I'm Tracy, and we're the hosts of Band of Mothers podcasts. We're a little Wait, Don't Tell Me meets This American Life meets Thelma and Louise. I can't wait to drive off a cliff with you. You've been saying that since the 8th grade.
Each week we feature real stories from moms just like you. Plus, we've got live performances, in-studio interviews, games, original music, and more.
So join our Band of Mothers and subscribe now on the Odyssey app or anywhere you listen to podcasts.
It's the Band of Mothers podcast.
Are you dreading spending days in the kitchen making Thanksgiving dinner? Well, this year, plan your Thanksgiving dinner at home. Let Alexander's Steakhouse do the cooking. No boring turkey here. How about a roasted prime rib dinner with all of the fixings from Alexander's Steakhouse, Pasadena's premier dining destination? Your guest will love it. These packages sell out every year, so order now at alexanderssteakhouse.com and go to the Pasadena page. Now booking holiday parties, too. That's alexanderssteakhouse.com.
He's seen Jalen Hurts improve this season on Angelo this morning. What did he say? You'll hear that coming up next. Marks and Reese, 94 WFP.
A really good example of the improvement that he's made is the play that he made to Dallas Goedert on the 3rd and 12. And what he did was it was good protection, but he had to move a little bit in the pocket, and he slid. And I think what you would have saw about a month ago in the season, that on that 3rd and 12, he would have ran, and maybe he would have got the first. I mean, he's a good runner. He may have got 12 and got the first. He may have got 13. But what he did in this one, he slid, kept his eyes down the field. Dallas Goedert ran an unbelievable route to free himself up, and he delivered a strike for 24 yards. Like, that's awesome. That's progress, and that's playing quarterback in the NFL at a high level.
Nick Sirianni this morning with Angelo. Yeah, that was he has done a good job. That people want to see development this year out of all the Eagles' young players, and Jalen Hurts has shown some development. So
yeah, I think it's more or less about recognizing strengths and weaknesses, and then figuring out a way to accentuate his positive, his strengths, the things he does well, and then keep him away from things he does not do well. That's what good coaches do, man. That's what good coaches do. And when you're talking about developing a quarterback, that's what you need to be able to do. See, that's what Nick Sirianni has never done. He's never had to develop a quarterback. And so now you can see what Jalen is doing, and how the offense has formed an identity, and getting him under center and using play action, all those types of things that help create defined windows for Jalen to throw the ball in. And as he gets more experience and he gets better, we'll see if he continues to grow. I don't know where he's going to plateau at. I don't know where that's at. I can tell you where I think it's at, but I don't know where that's at. There are guys that's why athletics is the best reality show, because it's unscripted. I don't know, this dude could turn into a top 5 quarterback. I don't know. I know what, but if you ask him to do things he isn't very good at doing right now, you can ruin him as a quarterback.
He's probably not going to look good doing
those
things.
And you can ruin young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That happens more often than not when young quarterbacks get placed in bad hands. I keep going back to New England, man, because listen, I think Mac Jones is a game manager. That's what I think he is. I don't think he has the talent level that Trey Lance, that Trevor Lawrence, and that Justin Fields has as quarterbacks. But he's in a great place where they're not going to ask him to do things that he wouldn't be good at doing. They already have an identity in what they want to do from an offensive standpoint. They don't mind running the football. He uses play action. He does a lot of these things that we're seeing Jalen do except for run. It's the only thing Mac Jones doesn't do. But a lot of his offense is play action pass, handing the ball off, hit your tight end, hit your receiver. The best receiver on the team just scored his first touchdown.
Nelson?
No, Jacoby Myers. He just scored his first touchdown of his career.
Yep. Yeah, not great wide receivers. They have multiple running backs that they use in that offense.
They just spread the ball around, man. They just spread it around. And they go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, but it's like he's not Tom Brady, but they're doing a lot of what Tom Brady did up there, which is
especially early.
Yes.
But you're right. That's exactly, and that's how they envision the quarterback position being played.
Yep, 3-yard pass here, 4-yard pass there, 3rd and 3, first down, 7 yards here, first down on the next play, and and he's efficient. You're taking they have a good offensive line, by the way.
Yep.
Which obviously helps. They have, how many running backs do they have that can go?
They use at least 3. You know the old saying for fantasy football: don't ever take a Patriot running back because you don't know which one Bill Belichick is going to use.
Yep.
You know, I had Rondell Stevenson and didn't play him, and look what he did Sunday.
Yeah, he had a concussion. They didn't know if he was going to play. He runs for over 100 yards.
So I want to check in on the Belichick meter. Is he a fraud still, or is he still the greatest coach of all time?
He's the GOAT again.
Well, I just want to make sure. Last year and the first 4 weeks of this year, Belichick's the worst.
He's the worst coach.
And Brady carried him.
No, it was the Brady way, not the Belichick way.
Right.
Is what made them successful.
Yes. No, I just want to make sure.
He messing around and win that AFC East this year.
Oh, poor Buffalo.
Well, did you hear what Collinsworth said on the broadcast?
No.
He said, I've done 4 Super Bowls as a broadcaster, and the Patriots have been in all 4. Just saying.
Oh, so did NBC have the game this year? I guess that's why he said that.
Uh-huh.
We know which one he was in the last time with us.
Really? Do it?
Yeah, and he was rooting for the Patriots in that game, too. Okay. And he'll be rooting for the Patriots to get back this year.
He still doesn't think Zach Ertz caught the ball.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it. So Like if you put Jalen Hurts up there, what they're doing in New
They would
England,
have did the same thing that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have been throwing him 50 times a game at the beginning of the season.
No.
They've gotten smart. Sirianni's gotten smart. I mean, he really has. Can they long-term run as much as they've been running? They had 20 passes and 20 runs in the first half. That's balance, right? And then, and you were saying...
I don't expect it to be 40 passes to 25 runs.
No,
I don't expect that to continue.
At some point with the development of the quarterback, you're going to be everybody wants to throw. All these offensive guys want to throw the ball more, and that's what they're going to do.
For example, Russ and Dak, they handed the ball off more early in their career, until they developed into those prolific passers, and they threw the ball later as they developed. So maybe that's what Jalen is. And Donovan, same way.
Donovan, by year 4 or 5, that's when it became a passing offense, and Andy was more interested in throwing the ball early, short throws, running the football, tight ends, all that stuff.
Yep.
All right, 215-592-9494. Let's go to the phones. Yoshi from Brewery Town is going to give Howie some credit. What's up, Yosh?
What up, John? Big Ike, Jackie Baby. I swear I love when I'm about to come on, because I just love hearing Ike say, oh, Lord, oh, God, here we go.
Here he comes.
I love it, baby. Don't stop it. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now. What's the name now? I ain't the biggest Howie fan. And that narrative, Firehouse, man, get over it. What's the name? It's like Howie saved Jeff's life, came back, got the job, won the Super Bowl. He indebted to him. And let that boy, what's the name, do something, mess with his old lady or something. That boy going to keep his job. He ain't doing nothing that dumb. I'm going to say he's had a good year as of. I realize he's messed up in recent years, but he went out and got us a stud receiver. He listened to us, so he went and did that. Yeah, Dickinson had the injuries and all, but you can hate where he got him at, but hey, that boy stepped right in and he looked pretty solid. He went out and got a solid number 2 corner, and I say that because look how much better Slay is playing with somebody that he likes on the other side. And I'm scared of the draft, but he has set us up for a pretty doggone interesting draft weekend. If we hit on the picks or use them as currency for things to put us in a good position, I'm going to say his pros outweighs his cons this year, in my opinion. Okay. And before I go, I want to hit on this Miles Sanders situation. I'm tired of everybody talking about Miles, too. Look how where Miles is being used. His first year, 179 carries for 818 yards. Barely giving the ball. Didn't even play every game. I look at what's the name last year. He got the ball even less times. 12 games he started. He got the ball 164 times and had 867 yards, but they still didn't want to use him. Now Nick has figured it out, and now when Miles comes back, hey, man, he gonna get that ball. Hey, that boy breaks him for 65, 70-something, 82 yards. Y'all better shut up and let that boy get in there and do his thing. And the last time he was dancing all around, when he saw Jordan Howard in that first year he was here, one cut, get downfield. When Miles came back, when Jordan got hurt, what was Miles doing? Boom, hit that hole. I'm gone. Bye-bye. Get the ball to Booby Miles, baby.
All right, Yoshi.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
All right, Yosh.
Miles Sanders had 63 carries over the first 7 games. Jordan Howard has 41 over the last 3.
Let's see. That's 9 carries a game for Miles.
Right. Hey, it's good math.
It's good math. It's good math. Athletic student.
13.3 for
Jordan Howard.
Yeah, for Jordan Howard. Mm-hmm. It's the commitment.
Hell, even Boston Scott has gotten it 10 times, and
he's got a number of carries.
Boston has gotten it 40 times in 10 games. That's what? That's 4 touches.
And that's really the last 3 games, too.
That's really the last 3
He didn't have an
games.
offensive snap before any of this happened.
Right.
So he has last 4 games. Howard has, what did you say? Is it 40? 40. So he's 40 carries the last. So he's got 10 carries. He averages 10 carries a game when he plays.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Miles Sanders. You had said this, and I think it's the most logical and smartest thing that anybody said about the Miles Sanders situation. Like he doesn't have to be the back that's on the field 90% of the time, right?
Right.
Go with the hot hand. If Jordan Howard's hitting the hole in between the tackles, feed him.
Yeah.
But Miles Sanders should be a different because he's different than those other running
He's
backs.
a home run hitter.
Yeah.
He's a home run hitter. I like the other two guys. I don't want to – I mean, if anybody's going to sacrifice, it's going to be Kenny Gainwell.
And he's already sacrificed
Yeah, exactly.
carries.
If anybody's going to sacrifice touches, it's going to be him. And Miles is a home run hitter. So, I like to see, just like I'm watching these guys get the ball 5, 6 times, 7 times. There's opportunities where they get it in back-to-back attempts. Let Jordan Howard wear down that defense, Boston Scott wear down that defense, and then you get that thing to Miles, and he can break it 60 yards. See, you got 3 different styles of backs there. As long as Miles, here's why I'm not concerned with Miles being out there. Because prior to him getting injured, we saw the difference in the run game, meaning the types of runs. Prior to that Raiders game, a lot of the runs came out of shotgun. We all know that the running game has been better since they've been under center.
With play action, too.
And they have committed to running the ball. Miles looked good on that first series against the Raiders. That was really the first series that they committed to the run. He looked good there. So I say that to say, let's make sure we're still giving him the type of runs where he doesn't have to dance in the backfield, where he isn't running like a sweep to the outside, right? If he has to get the types of runs where he has to get downhill, get behind those shoulder pads, get behind Mailata and Landon Dickerson to hit that hole, let him see it. He's gotten a chance to watch it on film for the last 3 weeks. He sees what Boston and Jordan Howard is doing.
Yep.
Yeah, right there, Miles. Hit that thing north and south. But also, let's not give him the ball out of a shotgun. Let's get under center and give him the ball the same way.
Let him get downhill.
Man, loosen up that defense.
Yep, agreed. Jack, what would you do? Miles Sanders coming back. I think a lot of fans look at it and say, it's working right now. Why would you want to mess up what you have going on right now?
Well, here's my concern: is that they've been the number one offense ever since Miles been out of the rotation. And if Miles can come back and be the guy who's going to hit the hole and go, that's fine. I don't really want the home run hitter guy. What I think these guys have done. No, because I want guys that's going to hit the whole hole and go. I don't need the home run hitters. Home run hitters don't win. How many times you know that? Saquon, Barry Sanders, LaShawn McCoy.
I wouldn't take Barry Sanders. I
wouldn't want Barry Sanders.
Yeah,
really?
I wouldn't want him. Yeah. I wouldn't want Barry Sanders.
How many rings? 0. He's a very talented back. He's a very talented back.
But I think you're overthinking this. And they didn't start winning when Miles went out. They started winning when they started running the ball and commit to it. That's when they started. That's when they started. And Miles didn't prevent them from running the ball in Dallas. Miles didn't stop the running game from working. That's what you guys are trying to equate. That Miles was in there and the running game wasn't working. And since he's been out, now it's working. No, that's Nick Sirianni's fault that they didn't commit to the running game. It had nothing to do with Miles Sanders.
Right.
That had everything to do with the offense and the play designs. That's the difference.
And listen, Jack, I'll say this, that what you're saying to a degree makes some sense. If he's not hitting the hole and he's not having success, he's not going to be getting 15 carries a game, right? Like if it's not working, Nick Sirianni's not just going to keep putting him out there to put him out there. He's going to go with the productive back.
And just like anybody would want him to.
Yep.
Because the moment Jordan Howard is getting 2 yards a carry, nobody's going to say, keep giving him the ball. Keep giving him the ball. No, they're going to say give it to somebody else and let them run.
Right. Yeah.
So, while it's working, give him the ball.
Yeah.
I think everybody agrees with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder how did the New Orleans Saints fare with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram?
Worked pretty well.
Wow. I mean, it's never been a backfield where backs, Naeem Hines and Marlon Mack with Jonathan Taylor out there. Oh, man. The thought of having more than one running back or 2 running backs.
We have a 3-headed monster here.
Oh, my goodness. How could it ever work?
Kenny Gainwell now is the odd man out. Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bottom line is one guy is the highest draft pick of the group.
Yeah.
So what do you think Howie wants on the field? A journeyman that they picked up or the guy he drafted in the second round so people can say, well, there's another player that doesn't work. There's another player that failed that they got that Howie drafted.
Yeah. Let's go to Kevin. Kevin in Olney. What up, Kev?
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing today?
What up, Kev?
What's up, Kev?
Hey, let's talk facts, all right?
Yo, go ahead.
Let's tell the truth. Those guys should be 7-3 right now. It wasn't because of Miles Sanders. It was because that offensive line was playing like trash at the beginning of the season. You forgot. The only starter that was out there was Jason Kelsey that was playing in his right position. Sayamalo went down.
Yeah. I don't even remember when he went down.
Johnson went down.
Yeah.
Ross was gone.
Yeah.
Mailata was playing on the right side.
Yeah.
We had Andre Dillard that cost us 3 touchdowns in the beginning of the season. We should have beat San Francisco. We should have beat Tom Brady, and we should have beat the Chargers the week before last. We should be 7-3 right now. And it's not nobody's fault but the defensive coordinator's fault because that defense can't get off the field except for 2 games.
All right, I won't say we could. I can agree with you on San Francisco and the Chargers, not Tampa. I kind of felt like Tampa took their foot off the gas, and it kind of let us get back into that game. But I can agree with you on the other 2. Those were winnable games that the Eagles were right there. They kind of beat themselves with mistakes.
The difference between 99 and this season is that Andy Reid came into the league with Jim Johnson.
Well, yeah.
Jim Johnson, man, and that's the difference between this team and that team. And the kid that's playing quarterback right now is averaging 24 points a game. What rookie quarterback in the NFL comes into the league averaging 24 points a game?
We're still doing the rookie thing. All right. Thanks, Kev. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Can he win Rookie of the Year?
Let me check if he's eligible. Jack? Probably not.
No. Yeah.
I'm going to go with no.
I can't wait for next year. Well, he's basically in his 20th
Is it in his
start.
second year next year, or is it truly his third year?
It's second.
I don't know which I honestly don't know which annoys me more. The rookie thing or the comparing his stats to a completely different era of football. Like,
yeah.
I could go out and complete 60% of passes right now. Like, enough to compare.
The context does matter.
Well, it's just like, it's
for
just not
sure.
fair to anyone.
It's
No.
not. The rookie thing. The rookie thing's more annoying.
Yeah, because comparing him to Donovan can be unfair on both sides of the coin. Yeah, I mean, now we're setting an expectation that it's unfair to Jalen to try to live up to.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. It's the rookie. The answer is the rookie. I mean, I honestly, Jack, if you did it in baseball terms.
What about when I'm killing Aikman's numbers from the 90s?
Well, that's fun.
Oh, it's eye test.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, like, I'm sick of the stats. Just use your eyes. Seriously.
But Jack, to the
That's
rookie
always
of
the best. That's the best judge right there, man. Your eye test, man.
In baseball, how many at-bats are you allowed to have before you're allowed to come back and not be considered a rookie?
It's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have 80 at-bats as a rookie, you can still come back and you're eligible for a Rookie of the Year the next year. You're a pitcher a certain amount of appearances.
Like if Mickey plays next year, he still could technically be in the Rookie of the Year conversation.
He could be in the Rookie of the Year conversation.
Even though he's been in the major leagues the last
5
2 years.
years. Yeah, exactly.
2 years. Enough in there.
So going
Good close
by that
friend.
criteria, maybe Jalen Hurts really is a
In
rookie
baseball
this
terms,
year.
yes, he's still a
Baseball
rookie.
terms, he's a rookie. All right, it's official. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. He can win.
Can he win Rookie of the Year?
No.
But in baseball,
well,
he
Mac
could.
Jones is going to win that anyway,
Yeah.
right? Is it Mac Jones or Jamar Chase?
The quarterback will always beat the wide receiver. And Jamar Chase has cooled off a little bit here.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Devontae?
Well, he get in the race, might get invited.
Uh-oh.
your poor Bengals, man. Just when you had expectations.
All right.
No, I feel bad because I had a guy from Cincinnati on, and we're like, this is the year. Best record in the AFC. They lost 2 straight.
When are you guys going to get Burrow hurt again?
Come on, man.
No, stop.
Come on, man.
Stop. Need a win.
I'll take 8 wins out there this year, man.
No.
I'll take 9 wins. I'll take
9. All right, I would sign up for 9 right now.
9 and 8, man.
215-592-9494. You know who's coming up next, Ike?
Who?
Elliot Shore Parks.
I almost broke a blood vessel listening to Elliot.
Does he think Howie has done a good job this season? Probably.
I would say probably yes.
How does he feel about Hurts after his performance on Sunday? See,
That's the big question.
That's the big
That's
question.
the big question.
Because he
be puffing his chest out.
Well, last night, we're doing the show with Slay.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Elliot, it was like 3 different times he just tried to butt in with a Jalen Hurts thing. It was just to make it about Jalen Hurts.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I was listening. Slay's very entertaining.
Oh, isn't he?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, the
Did we get the dump this week?
I didn't hear any dumps,
Okay,
but
well, then it was
I heard him. I heard him talking about the touchdown, and he was saying that the sideline was yelling, "Go down, go down, go down!" And he's like, "Hell no, I'm not going down. I'm trying to score every time I touch." It was a lot of fun. Slay was a lot of fun last night.
You could see how he was reliving it in his head while he was sitting there talking about it. Like, hell no, I ain't going down. I got to score. I'm like, this dude is off the chain.
Slay was good last night. It was fun. Elliot, though, was not good.
Well, that's a little harsh.
Will he be good coming up next? No, it felt like it just should have been Ike and Slay yesterday.
What in the heck is going on?
I don't do E like that.
I'm halfway kidding. 215-592-90.
He just came from the airport.
I know he did.
Fresh off the plane.
Yeah,
Oh,
last time
man.
that happened to a WIP employee, he leaked the outshot.
All right, Elliot's coming up next. We'll get his thoughts on everything Eagles. Marks and Reese on 94 WIP. Hey, listen, BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, welcomes you with a special offer on the NBA. Simply place a $10 moneyline wager on any game, and if either team hits a three-pointer, you'll win $200 in free bets. That's regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use the bonus code MARKS200 when you make your first bet. Enjoy NBA action like never before with BetMGM all season long. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com. Use the bonus code MARKS200 to win $200 in free bets if a three-pointer is made in the game you wager on.
Farmers Policy perks are that little extra something you can get when you're a farmer's customer. So to tell you about them, we're adding a little extra something to this ad. Another me. And when you have multiple farmers policies, you could save up to 45% on your auto insurance with the Auto Multi-Policy discount. What's going on with our voice? I thought I'd add some drama. Well, isn't that something? Get a quote at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available with select Farmers branded policies. Subject to terms and conditions. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges. Farmers New World Life Insurance Company or affiliate.
How long was Neil Armstrong actually on the moon? When did Europe start speaking English? Did Marco Polo really go to China? CuriosityStream is the streaming service for all things history, plus science, wildlife, and more. What's the real story behind the Mona Lisa? We've got that. What caused the collapse of Rome? We know. Where did we find mankind's earliest ancestor? Come find out. From Egypt to Einstein, CuriosityStream is the place for history and more. Visit CuriosityStream.com and start streaming now.
Looking for a job with flexible hours? Gelson's is the place for you. Gelson's is a grocery store known for our high-quality products and exceptional customer service, and we're looking for bright, personable individuals to join our winning team. Gelson's is officially rated a great place to work. We offer many benefits, including a union environment, competitive wages, health care, flexible schedules, and even a 25% employee discount through the end of the year. Apply today at gelsons.com/careers.